What's going on, everybody? Kenny Bomb is in the building, and Chameleon has officially been released into the Mortal Kombat 1 universe. And even though a dark cloud still looms over the community, people seem really happy with what she has to offer. But I'm not here to add to that dark cloud at all, because today, we got good news. And no matter how anybody wants to spin it, this is good news for Mortal Kombat, and this is good news for the future of Mortal Kombat 1. Also, where's Peacemaker, and when can we expect him to drop? We gotta talk about it. But first, what do you think about Chameleon? Are you big on these cameos? Let me know in the comment section, but don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you don't want to miss any updates on Mortal Kombat 1. Now let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming on.
So Matt Piscatelli hit up X and dropped a whole lot of end-of-year data. But what we want to focus on today is the top 20 selling games of 2023. And if y'all don't know, 2023 gave us some bangers. Starting with Hogwarts Legacy, which was surprisingly to me, the best-selling game of 2023. Now, I'm not into Harry Potter. I never read any of the books or anything like that, but I did pick up this game, and it was actually one of the best games I played last year. Unfortunately, I think the Harry Potter writer did some crazy stuff, and they canceled Christmas on her, so shout out to the team that made the game. I just hate to see they didn't get the love. Next up, for the first time, I believe they said in a long time, Call of Duty was not number one. Modern Warfare 3 got bumped down to the number 2 spot last year. Of course it happens when Microsoft acquires them, right? That's that Xbox tax for you. Number 3, you got Madden NFL 24. People still play these football games, apparently. Spider-Man, which came out in October, made the number 4 spot. It's rated E for everybody, I believe, or T for teen. More people can play it, so makes sense to hit that spot. Number 5 is a bit of a shocker to me, because Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, I would expect this to actually hit number 1. But even if it's not number 1, this game just did not get as much love as I thought it would anywhere. And I think that's because Nintendo pretty much made Breath of the Wild 1.5. They played it too safe, and it cost them. Number 6, we got Diablo 4. Never played it, not interested. Number 7, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Again, these games are usually at the top of the list. Even though this came out in 2022, it had all year to sell great, so I think that's why we see it in this spot. But if we look at number 8, we see a game that is broken, beaten, battered, neglected, and dead in Mortal Kombat 1. Now, before we get into this discussion, there's a few things we gotta point out. Mortal Kombat 1 is rated M for mature, so it's not easily accessible to everybody. Mortal Kombat 1 is also very gory, bloody, and nasty. So a lot of parents aren't going to let their kids play this game, and some of the parents can't even stomach it themselves. So not just Mortal Kombat 1, but Mortal Kombat as a franchise has a lot working against it. But somehow, when it comes to sales, Mortal Kombat always ends up at the top of the list when it comes to these fighting games. And just to get ahead of the people who say sales don't matter, that is a ridiculous statement, because why would you make a product if you don't want to sell it? Sales are the most important thing. Now, do sales mean the game is good? You can't say yes or no for that either, because that's subjective. And Mortal Kombat is proof of that. You got hardcore members of the fighting game community who love to play Tekken, they love to play Street Fighter, and they come to Mortal Kombat and try to get that same thing. And I hate to say this, y'all might not like it, NetherRealm Studios might not like it, because I know they want to be included in that conversation, but at this point, the in-game fighting is not the strongest selling point for Mortal Kombat. And how could it be? You look at Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. At this point, they were pretty much the same fighting game, but when you get to Mortal Kombat 3, they added in elements from Killer Instinct, and it really switched up the game. Now, after Mortal Kombat 3, you get to Mortal Kombat 4, another game that is completely different when it comes to fighting styles. Then you get to Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. While Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon were pretty similar, they still always changed up the gameplay in each game. You look at Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. This was the last time they played around in that 3D world, so if you were tied to Mortal Kombat because you love the 3D gameplay, guess what? It's gone. You start over in Mortal Kombat 9. But they did make big progress with Mortal Kombat 9 because they went back to the 2D playing field, and a lot of people love that game, and a lot of people do say that is the best Mortal Kombat game of all time. But guess what? Even though it was successful, they switched it up again with Mortal Kombat X and made a completely different game, and they did the same thing with Mortal Kombat 11. Now think about Tekken. Even though they add new mechanics and new trinkets to to each game, Tekken has pretty much been the same game since Tekken 5. Think about Street Fighter. Street Fighter's pretty much been the same game since Street Fighter 4. So if these other fighting games are so good and they have the best fighting systems of all time, why does Mortal Kombat always beat them? It's because people don't come to Mortal Kombat for the fighting system. People come to Mortal Kombat for the story, people come to Mortal Kombat for the characters, and people come to Mortal Kombat for the fatalities. I know y'all gonna argue that in the comment section, but you really can't because it's a fact. I see it firsthand all the time. My sister, who plays absolutely no games at all, got a PlayStation 5 for Christmas so she could play Mortal Kombat. My other sister also never plays games, but she sent me a text asking me to find her an Xbox so she could buy Mortal Kombat 1. So hate it or love it, Mortal Kombat will always be the king because it appeals to the casual audience. This means a lot. Mortal Kombat is number 8 for sales in 2023, and the game came out in September 19th. I believe Street Fighter 6 came out in June. They just announced they made 3 million sales, so shout out to them, but number 17 is a lot different than the number 8. So pile on those shit allegations if you want. I saw them in the comment section of the last video, and honestly, I don't care. I obviously have no ties to NetherRealm Studios, but if I like something, I want it to win, and I'm gonna celebrate every win it gets. A few more examples. I love AEW. WWE kills them, but every small win AEW gets, I'm gonna celebrate it. I love Xbox, but PlayStation has been killing them since the Xbox 360. But every small win Microsoft gets, I'm gonna celebrate it. That's just me. So with that out of the way, and Chameleon finally being released in Mortal Kombat 1, when can we expect to hit this next stop and get Peacemaker? NetherRealm Studios has not officially announced a release date for Peacemaker, but if we look at how things worked before, it looks like he may be released at the end of Invasion Season 3, which would fall on February 13th, which means we still got a quiet period here for Mortal Kombat 1. Hopefully we get some new stuff in the store or something, because the game is pretty dry right now. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But Peacemaker will breathe new life into Mortal Kombat 1 because at the end of the day, it's John Cena. And if you're a wrestling fan, you get it. I just hope, along with Peacemaker, they come back with a good refresh to Invasions because I love Sub-Zero, but Season 3 was rough. But I'm going to end off by saying this. If you love Mortal Kombat, don't feel bad to love Mortal Kombat. These people will call you anything, but love what you love and don't care what anybody has to say about it. Is the game perfect right now? No, but it still does have a lot of space to grow. We're still waiting on Mortal Kombat 1 Aftermath. We're still waiting on Combat Pack 2, 3, 4. They said they're going to support the game for a long time, and I don't think they will support it in a bad state where everybody is complaining. So things will get better. We just got to wait on it. But thank y'all for tuning into this video. If you still love Mortal Kombat, drop a like on it because I don't even know if y'all still want me to make Mortal Kombat content anymore. But don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you don't want to miss any updates on Mortal Kombat 1. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.